Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you how to deal with cheap clients that promise you exposure and higher paying clients in their network if you do the job for them for cheap or for free. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're into filmmaking, video production tutorials, leave a comment below on what video you want to see next and consider subscribing. Let's jump right into it. So this is one of the common mistakes and a few common mistakes that a lot of filmmakers that just get started run into, and I'm going to help you avoid those pitfalls. This is stuff that I wish I would have known when I first started, but I'm going to share with you and prevent you from wasting time and losing money too. So when you first start filmmaking, of course you want to get exposure, you need to learn how to film, you need to get the experience, and you want to showcase your work for people to see the creative eye that you have, because you get excited. When you love film, and you want to show people the things that make you excited about filming. And one of the common things that happens is that you run into people that are cheap, people who don't want to pay, people who lowball, people who don't understand the value of video production, and they just want to use your services so that they can grow whatever brand or whatever thing they have going on, right? Now, the issue that you'll have doing work for free or for really cheap is that could potentially have a negative impact on your reputation, and you'll be known as the cheap person, making it hard for you to get better clients, making it hard for you to get the type of clients you want that match your values. Anytime you're doing something for really cheap or you're doing something where a person can't afford it, they say birds of a feather flock together. So they're gonna talk to you and they're gonna connect you to all of their networks that are cheap and broke as well. If a person is broke and don't have the money to pay, then most likely they're connected to someone else who's broke and don't have any money to pay either. The other thing what'll happen is that you'll waste time, and anybody who's cheap most likely wants you to do a lot of work for nothing. They don't want to pay for anything because they don't see the value in it. They're not realizing that video production is an investment, and if you take the video and you do a quality video and you put it out there, it's a representation of your brand, and it'll connect them to more clients, making them more money in the long run. And if they're cheap on video production and marketing, then their brand is cheap and everything that they do is pretty much cheap. Or if they promise you to do a video and they'll pay you later, that might be a little bit beneficial to you. Just depends on whether or not that brand will connect you to the audience that you want to attract for your brand. The other issue that you'll run into with cheap clients and people don't understand video production is that they're not going to understand the cost of anything. So they're going to keep constantly asking you for additional things, photography, after they already paid, letting you know that they can't pay anymore. They're going to ask you for the raw footage. They're going to ask you for additional stuff because they have other people that may edit it. So they're going to try to take your work, give you as less as possible, and actually do the most possible. And it's going to waste your time. And in the long run, you're going to have burnout. You're going to get emotional, and y'all may start arguing and fighting, and it's just not good all around, which segues into the solutions on what you can do when you're dealing with these cheap clients. And the first solution that I think you should do is, before negotiating or discussing price, you need to find out how much video production costs. You need to learn the basics of pre-production, production, and post-production. And you need to start understanding how much to charge for each section. Someone could come to you and say, hey, how much is it to just shoot and the content and give you the raws? Well, you need to know how much, you have to know how much time it's gonna cost you for pre-production. People do hourly pay. I would avoid hourly pay. Instead, do what they call day rates, half day rates. So when you first start off, always have a day rate. How much is it to rent you for 6-7 hours of the day? Most likely $400, $500, $600, $700. And if they ask, hey, how much is it to just shoot this event for me, or a wedding or music video? Know the cost of what each video is going to cost so you can charge marginally. So you need to know what the video is going to cost, how much time it's going to take, and the equipment you're going to need before you accept just doing any work for free or cheap, or before negotiating a price from someone asking you to do work for them. At least know how much the video costs, what the market rate is, so you're not being underpaid and you're not being overpaid, meaning you're not charging them more than you're taking from them. Because if your work is not that good and you're charging too much, they may come back and they may have a problem with that and ask you for more stuff, or they may ask you for some money back if your work doesn't match how much you charged. The second thing you want to do if someone's offering you, asking you for cheap work or for free, is you want to assess if their clientele matches the type of work that you want to create. You want to make sure their values align with yours, and you want to make sure that it's enjoyable and that you can get something out of the deal too. You have to make sure that if you're going to do the video for your portfolio so that you can show people you know what you're doing, a lot of times if you do free work, it's not bad. It's just you want to make sure that if you do this free work, it's proof that you can have to charge someone else later. Make sure that you can use that video to make you some money elsewhere. The other thing you want to do if you're going to do cheap work or free work, you want to make sure that you set the boundaries. You want to let them know that you're going to get something out of it. They have to post it somewhere. They have to share it on their platforms. You also want to let them know that you're going to be doing it your creative style. They don't get to choose how the video is going to come out. They don't get to choose how long the video is going to be. They don't get to really choose anything. If they want a free video, then it's your opportunity to create the video that's going to work best for you as well. Now, you want to give them the work so that they can say, hey, this was great work, and they come back or they share it with someone else. But you also want to make sure you get something out of the deal, so it's not just you're wasting your money and your time and your resources and your hard work learning this craft and giving it away to someone who just wants to exploit you and not put back into your craft at all. The other thing you want to do is try to maintain professionalism. Don't get bitter, don't get angry, don't get emotional because that person just doesn't understand video production. And a lot of times, if someone is asking for something free and you get emotional, it's your fault because you don't understand video production, you don't understand your target audience, and you don't understand video production and a system on how you do business. So you're getting frustrated when people are constantly asking for cheap work. That's just how it is. There's tons of people who constantly ask for cheap work or free work. You just don't get emotional to it because you already know what you're worth. And if you don't know what you're worth and you start getting emotional, then you want to go back to the drawing board, start studying video production, start studying marketing, start understanding who your clientele is, and start growing as a filmmaker. And last but not least, be prepared to walk away. If someone does not have the price or is not your client or can't give you the price you want, be prepared to walk away. If you did everything you could to make the deal happen, it's okay to walk away. They'll respect you more. I've had people who say my work, or if I say, hey, listen, the video that you're asking for is gonna cost $3,500, and they say all they have is $600, I say good luck. Find out who you're looking for. I give them a little bit of information to look for so that they can get the best videographer or filmmaker at that price. But I also let them know once they're ready to deal with me, then here's my information. Take care, good luck. Always be prepared to walk away, and you'll always retain your respect. And people, when they do get the money, they will come to you, and you won't be known as the cheap person. You will be known as the guy, the expert, the guy to go to if they want quality video and they want to have a relationship versus, hey, can I get some cheap work? All right, that sums up the video on how to negotiate or how to deal with cheap lowballing clients. Use all of those strategies, use some of them. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. What other pitfalls did I miss? What other problems have you had with cheap clients? Leave them in the comments below. Plant you now, dig you later. APL signing off.